Welcome back to Wave of Dalker. Got another series preview for you guys today. Orioles take on the New York Yankees in Baltimore. 4-game set from Monday, today, April 29th, to Thursday. Was that May 2nd? That sounds right. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, 4-game set. Chance for a 4-game swing. Yankees are 19-10. Lead the O's by 1 game, or 17-10. But yeah, huge series. Biggest series of the year so far, obviously. Only second divisional series so far of the year. This is huge. I mean, you really can't understate how large this is. Obviously, it's still in April. Divisions aren't won in April, but I mean, a chance for a 4-game swing this early, and they're just going to pounce on, potential tiebreakers down the road. This is huge. Orioles, dropped a very winnable series to Oakland over the weekend, which is very unfortunate. Losing in extras that first game, and then just, Craig Kimbrell kind of just like falling apart in the 9th yesterday. It's just rough. It's tough. It's a very frustrating series. Like I said, very winnable. But, flush it, just move on to the next series, and that's what we're going to do. I think the Orioles are ready to do that. Like, I'm not really, sensing any sense of, it's early in the year. That's losing that series isn't losing us the division, but, we're ready. Biggest series of the year so far, so let's get into some series notes here. I'm going to go game by game, starters, and the probables, whatever, blah, 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 blah. You know the drill. Oh. Yeah, 29th to the 2nd. I was on the wrong page of notes. Game 1, Grayson Rodriguez versus Clark Schmidt. Grayson's coming off the worst start of the year so far. And arguably probably his worst start over his last, 15 to 20 starts. Like I said, he's been great since the All-Star break last season, and he had his worst start. His last start was his worst start in that span. So, he's coming off of a rough start. But, I mean, if I know Grayson, I know he's going to come back hungry and ready to, like I said, flush that and move on to the next one. But, his ERA jumped up almost 2 points. But, I mean, I'm not worried. His stuff still looks nice. He's still striking out a lot of batters. It's just a bad game. Every pitcher has one. And, that's going to be Grayson's one bad game of the year. You gotta manifest these things, as they say. But, yeah, bad start for Grayson last week. But I'm confident in him, moving forward and just not repeating that and just striking out a lot of Yankees. Clark Schmidt, 2-0, 3.55 ERA, over 25 and 1/3 innings. The Yankees have won all 5 of his starts, which is very impressive. I mean, the Yankees are playing good baseball this year. They are 9 games above 500. 29 to 10 strikeout to walk ratio. Just been a solid starter for them. They have a really good rotation. I thought they always do. It's just the Yankees. People want to play in New York. They have a lot of money. But yeah, Clark Schmidt's just been a good pitcher this year. Game 2, Dean Kramer versus Nestor Cortez. Dean had his best start of the year last week, going almost 6 innings, striking out 10 batters, ties his career high. He was dealing. I'm really upset that Hyde pulled him, honestly. He only gave up a home run. I think he walked the next batter, or maybe gave up a single, and Hyde pulled him. And then the Angels were able to pull closer to the Orioles' 6-0 lead. It was 6-1 after the homer, so I'm a little frustrated with that. But I mean, Dean was dealing. He's had back-to-back really fantastic starts. He's only really had, I'd say, probably 2 poor starts all year. He's just been consistent. I really love Dean, and I'm really happy with what we've gotten from him this year. And I think he's gonna have a great start on Tuesday. And I'll be at the game, my first Dean day of the year. Very excited. I love Dean Kramer, as I've said multiple times on this channel. But yeah, I mean, coming off a great start. He struck out 10 batters against the Yankees last year in early July. That was awesome. So, let's do it again. Struck out 12 batters this time, Dean. I love you. Dean Kramer, my guy. Nestor Cortez, 1-2 over 6 starts, 3.5 ERA over 36 innings. He's gone deep into games almost every start. I think he's only gone lower than 6 innings, I think twice or 3 times over his 6 starts, which actually sounds like a lot since it's early. But I mean, he's gone 7 innings, I think 2 or 3 times. He's going deep into games, which is impressive, especially nowadays in a lot of the pitch count centric analytics, where it's hey, you don't want your guys throwing too much. But I mean, he's not a big fastball guy. He's a big off speed, mid 90s fastball guy. So I mean, he has the stuff to be able to go pretty deep into games. He's scary. I think Nestor always pitches well against us. But screw Nestor Cortez and that stupid bullshit he does on the mound. Let's knock him around a little bit. Corbin Burns versus Luis Gil, Game 3. Burns in 6 innings in that extra innings loss against the Athletics that we unfortunately lost. First loss on the Corbin Burns day of the year so far. But I mean, he looked great. Struck out 6 batters. He did get his patent pending solo home run. ERA is down to 2.55 though, which is impressive. And I think without all those solo home runs, his ERA would be sub 1. which is really impressive. So if he can stop giving up that early home run, that'd be great. And but you know what? We'll see. It's just tough. It's kind of very similar to what Dean would do last year. Like I feel like Dean would always get an early innings home run and then go like 6 innings and have a strong start. Like I feel like maybe Burns was like, I'm gonna get knocked around, like once early, then I'm gonna lock in. But maybe let's stop doing that because this one run can make all the difference. Like last year when Santander had that 1-0 walk-off homer against the Yankees in Baltimore in the City Connection. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, as long as Burns can limit that early home run, I think that just makes all the difference. But I mean, he's Corbin Burns. I like what he's doing so far. It's just awesome to have such a great ace on this squad. Luis Gil, 1-1 over 5 starts, 4.01 ERA over 24.2 innings, 35-19 strikeout to walk ratio. He's striking out a lot of batters. Young guy. I don't know if the Yankees keep getting these dudes, but he's looked good, and that's scary. I feel like scary young guys always do well against the O's. Look at maybe like Brian Bayo. Look at maybe I don't know the other examples. I just said kind of an outlandish thing, but yeah, I mean he's looked good for the Yankees so far. Game 4. This is an interesting spot. I didn't do notes on Carlos Rodon. Oopsie daisy. But so Game 4 is either going to be Cole Irvin or Kyle Bradish is what people are thinking because we haven't announced the Game 4 starter, and Bradish was confirmed to make his next start in Baltimore, so we'll see. But if it's Cole Irvin, he went 7 innings of scoreless baseball to extend his scoreless streak even longer. I think it's at like 15 2/3 innings, which is awesome. Really battling for this rotation spot. After kind of a rough start, and a lot of people, shouldn't know his name, me included, I was kind of like, whatever. But I also knew his role. Like, he was just kind of a fill-in guy while we wait for Means and Bradish to get back. But, I mean, he's been pitching lights out. He's looking good over his last, 2 or 3 starts, which is awesome. I'm very happy for Cole Irvin. But, yeah, so if it's Cole Irvin, Game 4, that's awesome. And then Bradish, it'll be his first start of the year. He's looked good in Norfolk. He just had, a little UCL strain early in the year. But, yeah. And you know what? I'm just going to do some impromptu Carlos Rodon notes. Get some real raw notes in this bitch. So let's see here. Let's go to Baseball Reference. You guys can see behind the scenes how I do this. We're going to Baseball Reference. Carlos Rodon. Boom. Okay. He's 2-1, 2.48 ERA. Interesting. This will be his 7th start. He's gone 32 2/3 innings. Impressive. Striking out 30 batters. Doing good with limiting home runs. He's gone at least 6 innings in 3 of his last 4 starts, which is impressive. These Yankees guys tend to go deep into games, which is scary. But yeah, I mean he's looked good. It's Carlos Rodon. He had a really rough year last year in his first year in New York. But seems as if he's turned it around, which is good for him, I guess, but also bad for us. But also screw the Yankees and screw Carlos Rodon. But yeah, those are the probables. Those are some serious notes. I mean, besides the fact that we lost that series, the Orioles offense did look pretty solid. Actually, not really in this series. I mean, yesterday I think we looked pretty good. The Friday game was meh, very, very ugly baseball. But I mean, Saturday the offense was humming. Henderson home run, Adley home run, Mountie home run, Adley's home run, homered in 2 straight games. Very exciting times in Baltimore. I mean, the offense has been great all year. Colton Cowser's playing great. Wesley's playing great. Gunnar, Adley. I think the offense top to bottom. If you were just remove game by game, nitpicks, which I always tend to do. But I think the Orioles offense has been great this year. Let's continue that. Let's sweep these fucking Yanks. Screw the Yanks. Go O's. Potential for a 4-game swing here. Let's go. I'm hype. I'm nervous, but I'm hype. That's all I got for this video. Go O's, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.